everybody, welcome back to my channel. This week we are doing an eyeshadow collection and declutter. Eyeshadow is my favorite makeup item. I love eye makeup in general, and over the years I've certainly collected a lot of them. So today we're going to kind of just review everything I've got and declutter things that I just think are unnecessary, I don't use enough, or I have like duplicates of in other palettes or other singles or things like that. So also stick around to the end of this video because me and Kelsey Christine here on YouTube are going to be partnering up for a giveaway to one of our subscribers. So do that and you could be entered to win when you get to the end of the video. But anyway, let's get into the collection of these 27-ish palettes and see what we're gonna keep and see what we're gonna get away. To begin, we're gonna start with this Smoky Eyes palette from Profusion. I did a look with this, I think on my channel. This is a great palette for the price. I just personally don't reach for it because the tones are so smoky, and really my biggest pet peeve was that these two shades, where are they? These two guys are so similar, and I really need a little bit of a deeper transition, so I'm gonna be giving this one away to hopefully someone else who likes it better. Next up, another one I did a review on is this Bad Habit Athena palette from Shop Hush. This is actually one of my more recent videos. I really like this palette and I'm just not ready to give it away yet, although I do have a lot of these similar tones. I think that this is a great dupe and I want to hold on to it for now. The next up is another one from Shop Hush that I want to do a video on soon. It's this Retro Love palette. And I think this is supposed to be a dupe for the Anastasia Subculture palette, I think. I could be mistaken. But this is one of the ones I got from Shop Hush that I wanted to do another review on. So until I do that review, I'm going to hold on to this guy. Another one from Shop Hush is this Sahara palette. It is obviously full of warm tones, some shimmers, some mattes. I've played with it a few times, obviously, but overall, I just don't reach for this. I don't really feel like I get the kind of looks that I want, so I'm gonna pass this along to someone else who will hopefully get more use out of it. Last one from Shop Hush. This was like all my Shop Hush stuff that I ordered. This is the Bad Habit Aphrodite palette. Another dupe of the Huda palettes. I think this was supposed to be a dupe of her first one, I believe. I could be wrong, maybe the second. But out of the two ones that are Huda dupes, I don't reach for this one at all, basically. When you just don't reach for something, you don't need to hold on to it. So I'm gonna pass this one along as well. Whew, a little dusty. You guys are gonna see the way that the makeup really is, right? So this is a Marc Jacobs palette. It's the Glambition. I have a blog post on this one. This was actually luckily sent to me from Influencer, I think. Did I buy this? I don't remember. No, I think I got it from Influencer, which was awesome because I'm obsessed with Marc Jacobs products. I think he does amazing makeup. So although this palette looks pretty boring and basic, I love the looks that I get with this. The pigmentation and the blendability of this formula is amazing, and I just really love everything about this. You have everything you need. You have a matte like cream color here, you got a really dark almost black brown, you got a dark brown here, you got two shimmer shades, a shimmery light pink and that shimmery gold right here, and then a perfect transition shade here and there. So this was just really well thought out, and to me it's the perfect everyday neutral palette. I also love this for bridal, just so pretty. So this is definitely staying with me. Next is another one I reviewed recently on the blog. This is Thrive Cosmetics, and this is their Focus Eyeshadow Palette in number 1. Of course, very similar shades to what you just saw in that Marc Jacobs palette, and very similar to a lot of the shades you're gonna see in my collection. I definitely gravitate towards these golden neutrals. So although this is beautiful and I really loved this collection and like the stuff that I ordered from Thrive, I don't necessarily know if I need to keep this because I have so many similar ones in my collection. So I'm gonna put this in my maybe, because the only reason I would keep this is if I do order more things from Thrive, I wanna be able to put like a cohesive look together with it one day. So I might hold on to this for now, but I don't know. I'm gonna put it in my maybe over here. Next is one that I got from BoxyCharm. This is Crown Brushes Glam Metals palette. The only two that I really loved in this palette is Pop Rock down here and Rock On right here. These like greeny olive golden tones. I actually think I'm gonna pass on it because I have some other colors in single forms that you guys are gonna see later are very similar. So I think I'm gonna give this one away. Next is a Pixie Beauty product. This is the Pixie and Wiley Hong collab eyeshadow palette. Got a little dusty. I've been using this for a while. I really like this palette and I'm going to be including it in a blog post shortly. So I'm not gonna get rid of this just yet, but it definitely is on my radar to give away simply because I have all of these shades. It has very similar tones to what you'll find in the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. So if that's something you eyed but you didn't purchase because of the price, this is a great alternative, and I actually think it's a little more wearable because you have these lighter shades up here that the Naked Heat didn't really have much of. Next up is one that I actually just got recently. It is the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. This is like literally less than a month old, I think. I love the color scheme of this, and I love the way it's laid out. Like, I think it's very clever, the way that they have these bigger pans of these lighter shades and then the smaller ones of these. I love that. I'm just finding the, I don't know what we would call this word, but like the stick, I guess, like the way that the eyeshadows stick on the lids, even when you use a good primer, is kind of lackluster and like a little on the sheer side. So it's weird. There's days I get a really nice look using this, and then there's some days that it looks like I barely have eyeshadow on at all. So I'm not sure. I'm a little torn on this. This is definitely a maybe. I love the packaging. It's so pretty. And again, I love the colors, but I'm having a hard time committing to keeping this, or I don't know, keeping it maybe in my bridal kit. I'm not sure. This is going in maybe. Next up is one that was recently sent to me from Urban Decay. I was so excited. You guys, I feel so fancy with my Urban Decay PR packages. It's been a long time coming. I haven't been blogging for over 3 years, but they sent me this little baby Naked Petite Heat. I'm actually wearing it today. So if you saw my eyeshadow in the beginning of the intro, I'm wearing all these colors. Now, I had Urban Decay Naked Heat, the big palette, and I really liked that one. It was one of my favorite Urban Decay Naked palettes, but because I have so many warm tones and because I have another palette I'll mention soon, I actually gave the big palette to my mom because I used it on her, and she's got really rich dark brown eyes and it looks beautiful on her. But this little guy is awesome for travel. It's everything you really need to make a warm toned look without being too many of similar colors. Like, I really love the way that this was curated. So I'm keeping this guy. I really like him. Next, another Urban Decay thing. Just talked about this on the blog and actually on this YouTube channel. It's the new Urban Decay Beached palette. So all these beautiful warm tones, but I really love these aquas, and I really am a sucker for this packaging. So mainly because of the packaging, I'm keeping this one for now. Now we're gonna get into some of my like singles and smaller palettes. So let's start with this very popular, or I don't know if we want to call it popular, but I don't know, much discussed Viseart Theory palette. So this little guy is like $45 for these 6 shades, okay? This palette does not rock my socks. So I've obviously used it a few times, and although I get nice looks out of it, I just don't think it's worth me keeping because I have a lot of singles in these tones. So I'm gonna put this in maybe because, and the only reason I'm putting this in maybe is because this thing is $45 and I only bought it during the Sephora VIB sale in this past October, so I haven't had it very long. Next up are, I'll just do these both together. These are 2 of my Charlotte Tilbury quads. I have Golden Goddess and Dolce Vita, and I love these. Like, these are very well loved, clearly, and I have nothing bad to say about these. I'm obsessed. I love how slim the packaging is. Her formula is so creamy. It's like a gel powder. It's so hard to explain. You guys, if you read my blog, you know I'm obsessed with all things Charlotte Tilbury, and her eyeshadow palettes are fabulous. So these I am 110% keeping, clearly. This is by Tom Ford, Fancy Schmancy. And these are the colors in this palette. It's the shades in the Nude Dip Quad. This palette, okay, so I did a blog post on this last summer. It looks so pretty in pictures and like when I do video with it, but it is so like unimpressive, I guess is the word, when I use it, like when I just see myself in person, you know? The color, I mean, the formula of Tom Ford is very similar to Charlotte Tilbury. It's like this gel powder. So it's very easy to blend, but it doesn't go too overboard. It's like very layerable. Although I don't think that this is a must-have for everybody. Actually, I would say it's not a must-have at all. I'm personally gonna keep it because this thing was 80 bucks. All right, next in the quads, before we get into more of the singles, is this NARS duo in Cordura. I picked this up, oh my gosh, probably around when my blog was first kind of newer, honestly. So it's like 3 years old. And I actually did a review on this. I did a look with this palette. The colors in here are not very unique, so I'm going to get rid of this one. I know, it's sad. Now I just want to get into a couple singles that I have in this collection. We're gonna start here with this Tarte Chrome paint. This is new. I bought this, I think, within the last 3 months. This is in the shade Martini, and I'm 100% keeping these. I love these chrome paints. They're like pressed pigments, super intense color. Really love this. Definitely hold on to that. This I purchased. It was limited edition. It's the Victoria Beckham and Estee Lauder. What's this called? Eye foil in burnt anise. It's like a gray shimmer. So I purchased this. I swear to you guys, I haven't used it once. It's pretty, but it's patchy, and that's the problem with this. Like, even when I do this on camera, it's looking prettier than it does when you put it on your eyes. So I don't think I'm gonna keep this one. I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Next is, an OG. I used this on my wedding day, so I'm gonna tell you right now, this is gonna stay, but I wanna show you guys. I don't even know if they make these anymore. These are the Bare Minerals eyeshadow singles. They're loose eyeshadows. But this is the color Nude Beach, and I used this on my wedding day. Like after I did my eyeshadow, I like popped this in the center for some shimmer. It's so pretty. It's like an opal. That's the color. It's just like an opal. It's just so gorgeous. Hopefully you can see this. Do you guys see it? I know it looks like nothing special, but it's special to me. So this little baby's gonna stay. Next is an Estee Lauder single. This is in Blue Fury. It's just a deep navy. I'd never used this. Maybe I used this twice in my entire life of owning this, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. So I've had this MAC pigment in tan, again, for years, because these pigments last centuries upon centuries. And this is like a cult favorite. Like everybody used to say you needed this pigment in your life. But I think that was before we went on this like warm eyeshadow craze. So it looks so pretty, but guys, I don't use it. I just don't use it. I don't know what to do. I might have to put this in maybe, because when I see it, it's gorgeous, but I just don't tend to reach for it very much. I have a single here from Bobbi Brown. This is strictly a sparkle. Like there's no color to this. It looks like there is, but it's just like, it's exactly like the Tom Ford pressed sparkles or the Charlotte Tilbury sparkles. It's a sophisticated glitter, that's what I like to call it. I do like to keep this just for those pops of sparkle on any eyeshadow look. And then I have 4 Urban Decay singles here. So Bordello I purchased because I don't know why, to be honest. I wanted like this lilac-y shade here to use as like a one color eyeshadow look, but I haven't used it in like a million years. I think I'm gonna have to give this away because I don't use it. Next, baby, is Roach, another wedding shade for me. So this is like a purpley brown, and it's great for like a natural smoky eye, and I'm not gonna get rid of this one. It's one of my favorites. This shade is called Maui Wowie. This is the color that reminds me of the colors in the Crown Metals palette that I'm giving away, but this one is just better. And it's awesome on like hazel eyes. It's like a gold olive, light antique gold with a hint of olive. That's what it is. So I love this, and I'm definitely keeping it. Lastly, from the Urban Decay singles, look at this mess the eyeshadows make, is this Glitter Rock shade. It's another one of these sparkles. So these like pressed sparkles, you just very loosely put your finger over it and then you top this over any look and it gives you like a very sheer, sophisticated glitter. So I'm going to keep this one because it's still fairly new and I like to have those options for making looks a little more special occasion. All right, let's get back into some palettes. So let's go right here to this Morphe palette. Oh my gosh, there's makeup everywhere. This is the 25A. I got this actually recently and I've been meaning to do a blog post on it. Like right after I bought this, fairly soon after I found out I was pregnant, so I haven't had a chance to really do a thorough review on it, but I love this palette. If you're someone who likes the warm tones but you don't really like the reds and the orange shades, this is a palette to try. Okay, and obviously we have the famous Jaclyn Hill palette, or I think this is getting renamed to like the Jaclyn palette, or the palette, because Jaclyn's getting divorced. So she won't be Hill, I guess. So this palette is the reason why I got rid of my Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I found so many dupes in this dirty, disgusting palette, but it also is like such a dupe for so many palettes. Like I recently just was able to dupe the Kim Kardashian West palette that came out with Mario using a lot of the shades in here, like that blue and things like that. So if you have not yet purchased this, I know it's bulky and it's big, but it really covers the gamut for so many looks. So I highly recommend it and will be definitely keeping since it has such a great variety of colors. I'm going to get into another Charlotte Tilbury purchase. This was her Instant Eye palette. This I love. I did a blog post on this. I have worn this in countless YouTube videos. To me, I have everything I need. I have a matte cream shade here. I have wonderful brown transition shades here. And I have a dark brown and a black shade here. And then a bunch of little shimmers in the middle if I want to mix and match these trios too. So I'm 100% keeping this. Love Charlotte Tilbury and think that this is a great palette. Plus, it's nice and slim, so if you are a pro artist, it doesn't take up a lot of space. The next two are the famous Urban Decay Naked palettes. I have two and the original. The only reason I'm keeping these is because this is the second time I've purchased both of them because I've owned them and then I think I'm not using them and then I give them away and then months and years go past and I buy them again because I'm like itching for them. So for that reason, I'm going to keep them, as well as the fact that I feel like everybody knows the Urban Decay Naked palettes started the neutral eyeshadow trends and they're just iconic and classic. So I definitely will be keeping these simply for those reasons. Next are my Anastasia palettes here. This is the Master Palette by Mario and then Modern Renaissance. So the Master Palette by Mario, obviously I've liked it. I've hit pan on these colors. I definitely will be keeping this. I use it a lot and I love the brush that comes with the Anastasia palettes. And Modern Renaissance, another one. I've hit pan on a few of these shades. Love this palette. It's just, to me, the best of these kind of berry tones and warmer tones. I did a blog post, I think making like 5 looks using this palette, and it's one of my more popular pins on Pinterest. So if I remember when I rewatched this video, I will link that below the blog post to show you guys the looks that I created with it. But love this one, definitely will keep it. It is the Tartelette in Bloom palette, and I love this one. I'm definitely not getting rid of this one either. God, I suck. This I recommend over and over again when I work at Sephora, simply because it hits all bases. You've got a row of cool tones, a row of neutral, and then a row of really warm tones. You have a few shimmer shades here, and then the rest are all matte to create a plethora of looks. If you don't have this yet, I highly recommend it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I'm gonna get rid of Fury. All right, so these are the ones we're gonna get rid of. I'm getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 palettes. Oh, I forgot to mention, this blue one doesn't really count as eyeshadow. It's a face palette, but whatever. All right, so that's what we're getting rid of. I feel accomplished, and I know some of them we'll be getting rid of soon. So thanks so much for watching. All right, guys, thanks for sticking through to the end of this video. For my subscribers or my current followers, I wanted to kind of give you guys a little overview of what I'm giving away on my channel. So just stick around and we'll go through the items. Thanks so much and good luck to all who enter. So I kind of separated it out into skincare and makeup. So the skincare trio I wanted to share with you guys is some stuff from First Aid Beauty if you've never tried. I'm including 28 pads of the Facial Radiance pads. These are a chemical exfoliator, very gentle. The Ultra Repair Cream and the Face Cleanser. These are like deluxe travel samples, so perfect for traveling this summer or just to kind of try them out. I'm also including one of my favorites, the e.l.f. Lip Exfoliator. This is awesome to exfoliate your lips maybe every couple days, especially if you wear liquid lipsticks. It's super great at removing the dead skin cells and just keeping your lips looking plump and rosy. For the makeup, I'm including my favorite Benefit Highbrow Pencil. This is a great under eye brightener. I'm also giving away one of my favorite collaborations from Pixi. This is the Aspen Ovard blush. This is in shade Rome Rose. Of course, a blush would not be complete without a bronzer. So I'm also including the Physicians Formula City Glow New York, since I am from New Jersey, the Northeast. So a little memento for my neck of the woods. And then I'm including just a set of hair ties because we always need these, right? And last but not least, the ColourPop Semi Precious palette. Super fun for summertime. It has these kinds of like fun, satinish shimmer shades. Great for the summer and spring. One color eyeshadows to get you through for quick makeup days. So anyway, thanks so much for checking out my channel and good luck to all who enter. Bye.
Hi everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kelsey. I'm the blogger behind KelseyChristine.com. I do beauty, fashion, and lifestyle posts, and I also have this YouTube channel. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to be giving away. We're both giving away stuff together, but this is my portion of the giveaway. So first up is the Kerastase mask. It's a hair mask. So it's like a hair repair mask. You'll put it in your hair, leave it sit, and then rinse it out. If you haven't heard of Kerastase before, it is a higher end brand from L'Oreal. And their product smells so good too. Then next up is the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. I use this thing every single day. If you've watched my videos, you will see that I use it all the time. I love it. It's similar to a beauty blender, but it's not a beauty blender. It's a dupe to a beauty blender. And I think it works just as well. So there's that. And then next up is this Pixi palette. It's the It's Judy Time palette. It's got lots of brown tones. If you can see there. Some like gold shimmers. Sorry, that light's reflecting pretty badly on it, but some golds. And it's really pretty. So those are great shades. And then lastly, I'm going to be giving away these earrings. They're ear climbers. They're from Sugar Fix by Bobble Bar. So you just place them in your ear and they're climbers. Just a little climber. They're not like those big ones. But yeah, that is my last giveaway item. So good luck on the giveaway and I hope to see you guys on my channel. Bye.